Johnny, for people who don't know about this lifestyle that
Mhm.
you're speaking about, right? Being
Mhm.
in gangs, being Chinese, being in California,
Right.
could you paint a picture of some of the things that you were going through for the people who've never experienced that?
Mhm.
What was happening throughout this time in a nutshell?
Mhm.
Being in jail as a teen, being in jail as an adult,
Mhm.
what was going on in your life?
As I had mentioned, being Chinese, we weren't the stereotypical Chinese that most people see in the media portrays, doctors, lawyers, and whatnot. And that goes for just all Asians in general. I grew up in Section 8, project housing, and we had food stamps. We were on food stamps, we were on EBT. From that stemmed a lot of trauma. And again, I was in a very abusive household, right? So that allowed me to really run to the streets. It allowed me to feel like I never had a sense of direction or even just a sense of family. My father was there, but he wasn't emotionally there. He wasn't even financially there. We were just really poor. And living in a poverty-stricken area like that, you see and you look up to gang members, people who have the money, who are driving around at that time is like the Fast and Furious days, where it's like rice rockets and those were the luxury things. They had the women, they had the clothes, they had the cars, they had the money, and they had the respect. And the respect came from violence. So from a young age, I felt like I was already kind of groomed to be very violent because of my household. So when I hit the streets, I fell into that very easily. I was volunteering to do a lot of things, whether it was robbing somebody, shooting somebody, fighting somebody, stabbing somebody. I was volunteering to do that because I wanted to unload my rage and my anger on people. And this was happening even at a very young age, from the start of like 12 years old. I joined the gang at 12 years old. I was, fighting people a little older than me, fighting people my age, and I just was, living that type of lifestyle. So people who don't understand the gang lifestyle, they may, judge on the outward, appearance, but what people don't understand is that we're all interconnected through some kind of struggle, and we all have to release that in our own way. Whether it's, some people utilize it for positive, they can release it through working out, they can release it through studying, they can release, but the way I released it was, through violence, unfortunately.